My beloved child. Pause for a moment. Let your breathing slow naturally. There is nothing you need to fix right now. There is nothing you need to prove. I am Archangel Michael. I come to you with calm presence, with steadiness, with reassurance. You have been strong for longer than most people realize. You carried responsibilities quietly. You carried emotions without asking for permission to feel them. You carried hope even when the outcome was uncertain. That kind of strength does not shout. It settles. There were days when you felt unseen. Days when your efforts felt unnoticed. Days when you wondered if your patience was being mistaken for weakness. It was not. Patience was shaping you. It was teaching you discernment. It was teaching you how to pause instead of reacting. How to listen instead of rushing forward. These lessons matter more than speed. Many people move quickly without direction. You learned how to slow down without giving up. That is growth. You may have questioned your timing. You may have compared your progress to others. You may have felt behind when life did not move as fast as you hoped. But your journey was never meant to be rushed. Awareness takes time. Grounding takes time. Stability takes time. You are learning how to stand steady within yourself before moving forward. That preparation was necessary. You were not being delayed. You were being aligned. Alignment does not announce itself loudly. It happens quietly. It feels like calm replacing urgency. It feels like clarity replacing confusion. It feels like trust growing slowly where doubt once lived. You have felt this shift. Even if you could not name it. You no longer react the way you used to. You pause more. You choose peace more often. You question less from fear and more from wisdom. This is not accidental. Your inner world has been reorganizing itself. You have been shedding old patterns, old expectations, old definitions of success that were never truly yours. What remains is simpler, clearer, more honest. You are learning that worth is not measured by exhaustion. That value is not earned through constant effort. That rest does not mean failure. Rest means integration. Your nervous system has been healing quietly. Healing does not always feel like relief at first. Sometimes it feels like uncertainty as old tension releases. Sometimes it feels like stillness that feels unfamiliar. But stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is where guidance becomes clear. You have been learning to sit with stillness without filling it with worry. That is a powerful skill. You are not here to rush into the next chapter. The next chapter is already aware of you. It is forming in response to who you are becoming. Not who you force yourself to be. You may still feel moments of doubt. That is natural. Doubt does not mean you are off course. It means your mind is adjusting to a new pace. A gentler pace. A steadier pace. One that honors your well-being instead of sacrificing it. You are allowed to move forward without tension. You are allowed to choose what feels healthy. You are allowed to release what drains you. Boundaries are not rejection. Boundaries are clarity. And clarity protects your energy. You have learned this through experience. Through moments that taught you what no longer works for you. Those moments were not failures. They were information. Information that refined your path. You are no longer chasing what destabilizes you. You are drawn to what steadies you. This shift will change how opportunities appear. How connections form. How decisions feel in your body. You will notice that things begin to meet you halfway. Without struggle. Without resistance. That is alignment responding to your grounded state. Remember this. What belongs to you does not rush past you. What is meant for you does not require exhaustion. What is aligned with you arrives with clarity. You are not meant to live in constant urgency. Urgency clouds intuition. Calm sharpens it. You have been learning how to trust your inner signals. How to listen when something feels right. How to pause when something feels off. This is wisdom growing quietly. You may not always receive external validation for these choices. But your inner stability is the reward. Stability allows you to move forward without fear controlling your decisions. You are not losing time. You are gaining awareness. Awareness changes everything gently and steadily. You do not need to see the entire path to trust the next step. The next step is often calm. Often simple. Often obvious once you stop pushing. Let this moment remind you that guidance does not have to be loud. Support does not have to be dramatic. Strength does not have to be forceful. Strength can be quiet. Strength can be patient. Strength can be gentle. You are supported in ways you cannot always see. Support often looks like restraint. Like protection through delay. Like redirection that only makes sense later. Trust this process. Not blindly. But gently. With self-respect. With compassion for yourself. You are learning how to move through life without abandoning your peace. That is not a small achievement. That is a foundation. A foundation that will hold what comes next. Stay here a little longer, my beloved child. Let this calm settle into your body. Let it ease the tight places. Let it remind you that you are exactly where you need to be. This calm is not a pause in your journey. It is the ground beneath my beloved child. Stay with this moment a little longer. Do not rush ahead. There is something important happening quietly inside you right now. I am Archangel Michael. I remain beside you in calm steadiness. Not to push you forward, but to help you notice what is already shifting. You have begun to feel a difference in the way you hold yourself. A subtle easing. A soft confidence. A sense that you no longer need to explain your choices to everyone around you. This is not withdrawal. This is grounding. You are learning how to belong to yourself first. That changes everything. When you belong to yourself, you stop chasing approval. You stop measuring your worth through outcomes. You start listening to your inner signals with respect. You have been practicing this quietly. even when you did not realize it. You chose rest when you could have overextended. You chose honesty when you could have performed. You chose patience when you could have rushed. These choices rewired your inner world. They taught your body that safety does not come from speed. It comes from presence. You may still feel moments where old habits try to pull you back. Habits of same way. That noise feels less attractive. That peace feels more compelling. This is not avoidance. This is discernment. Discernment allows you to choose what nourishes you. It allows you to step away from what drains you. You are allowed to choose environments that support your well-being. You are allowed to prioritize your inner stability. Stability is not rigidity. Stability is flexibility without collapse. You are learning how to bend without breaking. This skill will support you in every relationship, in every decision, in every new beginning. You may wonder what comes next. That curiosity is natural. But do not rush to label the future. The future responds best when you meet it grounded. Not anxious. Not overprepared. Grounded. You are building a foundation that will hold what arrives. Foundations are built slowly. They require patience. They require attention. They require respect for process. You have been honoring this process more than you realize. Even when you felt unsure. Even when progress felt invisible. Your inner world was reorganizing. Preparing space. Clearing noise. Making room for clarity. That clarity will guide you when it is time to move. You will know. Not through pressure. Through ease. Through a quiet sense of yes. Until then, stay present. Stay honest. Stay kind to yourself. You are not missing out. You are tuning in. Tuning in changes the way life meets you. Opportunities will begin to feel less forced. Connections will feel more mutual. Choices will feel more aligned. This is not coincidence. It is response. Life responds to grounded presence. Remember this when impatience arises. Remember that calm is not passive. Calm is receptive. Calm allows what belongs to you to find you without struggle. You do not need to chase clarity. You are becoming clear. That is enough for now. Stay here a little longer, my beloved child. Let this understanding anchor you. The journey continues. But it continues with steadiness now that my beloved child. Stay with this quiet steadiness for a little longer. Let the mind soften. Let the body feel supported. I am Archangel Michael. I remain present with you in calm assurance. You are doing something important right now. You are allowing yourself to be here without rushing forward. That choice alone changes the way your inner world organizes itself. You have spent many years responding to life by pushing through. By staying capable. By holding everything together. Even when you were unsure. Even when you were tired. Even when you felt the weight of expectations pressing in. You learned how to function under pressure. But now you are learning something different. You are learning how to live from steadiness instead of strain. This shift is subtle, yet powerful. It begins when you notice that your breath no longer feels trapped. When your shoulders drop without effort. When your thoughts slow enough to hear what truly matters. You may feel moments of unfamiliar calm. Calm can feel strange when you have lived with urgency for a long time. But this calm is not emptiness. It is capacity forming. Capacity to respond instead of react. Capacity to choose rather than comply. Capacity to trust your inner signals. You are beginning to sense what aligns with you before your mind tries to analyze it. This is intuition strengthening. Intuition speaks quietly. It does not shout. It does not rush. It waits for you to listen. You are listening now. You have also been releasing the habit of explaining yourself to be understood. You are learning that not everyone needs to agree with your pace. Your path does not require universal approval. It requires self-respect. Self-respect grows when you honor your needs without apology. You have practiced this more than you realize. You have said no when yes would have cost you peace. You have paused when rushing would have drained you. You have chosen simplicity over complication. These choices refine your direction. They do not slow it. You may still notice old thoughts returning. Thoughts of comparison. Thoughts of doubt. Thoughts that ask whether you are doing enough. When they arise, let them pass. They are echoes of an older pattern. They do not define your present state. Your present state is awareness. Awareness allows you to see thoughts without becoming them. This distance gives you freedom. Freedom to choose how you respond. Freedom to remain grounded even when uncertainty appears. Uncertainty is not the enemy. Resistance is. You have stopped resisting the unknown. You are allowing it to unfold. This allowance creates space. Space invites clarity. Clarity arrives gently. You may feel it as a quiet yes. As a sense of alignment in your body. As relief rather than excitement. Relief is a sign of truth. Truth does not overwhelm. It settles. You are also learning that rest is not a reward. Rest is a requirement for integration. Integration is when lessons become embodied. When wisdom moves from thought into action. You are integrating now. Your nervous system is adjusting to a new baseline. A baseline that includes safety. Safety allows creativity. Safety allows discernment. Safety allows connection. When you feel safe within yourself, you attract experiences that reflect that safety. This is not magic. It is resonance. You resonate with what matches your inner state. Your inner state is becoming steadier. This will change the way opportunities approach you. They will feel less chaotic. Less urgent. More mutual. You will notice fewer extremes. Fewer emotional spikes. More consistency. Consistency supports growth that lasts. You have also been redefining success. Success is no longer measured only by output, or speed, or recognition. Success now includes well-being, clarity, integrity. This redefinition frees you from unnecessary pressure. Pressure clouds perception. Clarity sharpens it. You are choosing clarity. That choice will guide you reliably. You may wonder when movement will happen. Movement happens when readiness meets opportunity. Readiness is not impatience. Readiness is steadiness. You are cultivating steadiness. Even now. By staying present with this message. By allowing it to land. You are strengthening your capacity to receive without grasping. Receiving without grasping keeps what arrives. Grasping pushes it away. You are learning the difference. This learning will serve you in every relationship, every decision, every transition. You are also becoming more selective with your energy. Selectivity is not withdrawal. It is wisdom. You no longer give equally to everything. You give intentionally. Intention protects vitality. Vitality supports sustained effort. Sustained effort builds meaningful outcomes. You are building from the inside out. This approach may not look dramatic, but it is durable. Durable foundations hold weight. You are creating a foundation that can hold what comes next. Without collapse. Without burnout. Without regret. You are allowed to trust this process. Trust does not require certainty. Trust requires presence. Presence keeps you aligned. Alignment guides action naturally. You will know when to move. The knowing will feel simple. Unforced. Clear. Until then, continue honoring your pace. Continue listening to your body. Continue choosing what steadies you. This is not a pause in your journey. It is preparation. Preparation that feels calm. Preparation that feels respectful. Preparation that feels true. Stay here a little longer, my beloved child. Let this steadiness anchor you. Let it remind you that guidance can be quiet. Support can be constant. And strength can be gentle. My beloved child. Stay here with me a little longer. Let the quiet deepen without effort. I am Archangel Michael. I remain steady beside you. You are learning how to be present without bracing yourself. That is not something you learned overnight. It came from many moments where you chose to slow down instead of pushing harder. Where you chose honesty instead of performance. Where you chose rest instead of proving your worth. These moments accumulate. They reshape your inner landscape. You may notice that your reactions are softer now. That you pause before speaking. That you listen more closely to your body. These are signs of integration. Integration is when wisdom settles into action. You are integrating what you learned through experience. Not by force. By awareness. Awareness allows you to recognize when something is aligned. When something feels off. When something needs time. You no longer override these signals as easily. That restraint protects you. Protection does not always look like barriers. Sometimes it looks like clarity. You have been gaining clarity quietly. Even when your mind questioned it. Your body recognized it. That recognition matters. Your body is an instrument of truth. When it feels calm, you are aligned. When it tightens, something needs attention. You are learning to trust this communication. Trusting it simplifies decisions. Decisions become lighter when they are grounded. Grounding reduces noise. Noise often masquerades as urgency. You are seeing through that now. You are choosing calm over haste. Calm creates space. Space invites insight. Insight guides timing. Timing becomes intuitive rather than pressured. This cycle is forming within you. You may not see it clearly yet. But you feel it. You feel less pulled by external timelines. Less compelled to compare. Less inclined to explain yourself. That is sovereignty returning. Sovereignty is the sense of authority over your own life. It does not dominate. It steadies. You are reclaiming it gently. You are also releasing identities that were built around coping. The one who had to be endlessly capable. The one who had to anticipate everyone else's needs. The one who had to hold everything together. These identities helped you survive. They are not required for thriving. Letting them soften does not make you less responsible. It makes you more present. Presence improves discernment. Discernment improves outcomes. You are choosing discernment. That choice will shape what comes next. You may notice that your attention is shifting toward what nourishes you, away from what depletes you. This is not avoidance. It is alignment. Alignment draws compatible experiences. Compatible experiences feel mutual. They do not require constant adjustment. They fit. Fit feels like relief. Relief tells the truth. You have felt relief recently. Even in small ways. In simple moments. In choosing not to rush. In allowing silence. In trusting your pace. These moments are anchors. They stabilize you. Stability allows creativity. Creativity allows possibility. Possibility unfolds naturally when you are grounded. You are building a rhythm that supports sustained growth. Growth that does not cost your well-being. You are also redefining effort. Effort does not need to be exhausting. Effort can be focused. Intentional. Balanced. When effort is balanced, it produces clarity rather than burnout. You are learning this balance. Learning takes repetition. You have been repeating the choice to slow down. To listen. To honor your limits. Limits are not constraints. They are boundaries of care. Care preserves energy. Energy fuels what matters. You are conserving energy now. That conservation is not withdrawal. It is preparation. Preparation that respects your nervous system. Respect for your nervous system changes everything. It changes how you respond to stress, how you engage with uncertainty, how you move toward opportunity. You are becoming more resilient without hardening. Resilience without hardness is rare. It requires self-compassion. You have been practicing compassion toward yourself, even when it felt unfamiliar. Even when old patterns urged self-criticism. You chose gentleness. Gentleness strengthens trust. Trust stabilizes movement. Movement becomes sustainable. You may wonder how long this phase lasts. Phases shift when readiness meets clarity. You are approaching that intersection. You will recognize it by ease, by a sense of right timing, by movement that does not feel forced. Until then, stay present. Stay honest. Stay grounded. Your steadiness is not a pause. It is the ground from which the next step will rise. Allow this understanding to settle into you. Let it quiet unnecessary questions. Let it affirm that you are not missing anything. You are aligning with what fits. That alignment will reveal itself clearly. In time. With calm. With respect. With continuity. Stay here a little longer, my beloved child. Let this steadiness hold you. The journey continues. And it continues with clarity now. My beloved child. Stay present with this gentle steadiness a little longer. Let the quiet remain unbroken. I am Archangel Michael. I continue beside you with calm assurance. You are learning to trust what feels settled inside you. That trust did not appear suddenly. It formed through many small moments where you chose to listen instead of rushing. Where you chose patience instead of pressure. Where you chose to soften instead of harden. These moments created a pattern. A pattern of steadiness. Steadiness changes how you perceive time. Time feels less like something chasing you. More like something unfolding with you. You may notice that your thoughts arrive with less intensity now. They pass more easily. They do not pull you as strongly. This is space opening. Space allows perspective. Perspective brings clarity. Clarity simplifies decisions. You are experiencing this sequence naturally, without forcing it. You have also been releasing the need to anticipate every outcome. Anticipation often disguises anxiety. You are learning to meet the present without projecting too far ahead. This keeps you grounded. Grounding stabilizes your energy. Stable energy attracts compatible experiences. Compatibility feels mutual. It feels balanced. It feels respectful. You will notice this difference when it appears. You will not need to convince yourself. It will feel obvious. Ease is a sign. Ease does not mean lack of effort. It means effort aligned with your values. You have been aligning your values quietly. By choosing what feels true. By stepping away from what feels performative. By honoring your limits. Limits protect vitality. Vitality sustains attention. Attention directs action. Action becomes effective when it is focused. You are focusing more clearly now. You may still encounter moments of uncertainty. Uncertainty is part of growth. But you no longer respond with panic. You respond with curiosity. Curiosity opens learning. Learning refines direction. Direction becomes intuitive. Intuition guides timing. Timing feels natural rather than forced. This flow is developing within you. You can sense it when your body relaxes into decisions. When your breath remains steady. When your mind quiets after choosing. These are confirmations. Subtle. Reliable. You are also becoming more selective with commitments. Selectivity honors your energy. Energy is a finite resource. You are learning to invest it wisely. This investment yields depth. Depth improves satisfaction. Satisfaction reduces restlessness. You feel less restless now. Less compelled to fill space. Less driven to prove movement. This does not mean stagnation. It means alignment. Alignment conserves energy for meaningful action. Meaningful action builds lasting outcomes. You are preparing for outcomes that require stability. Stability supports continuity. Continuity sustains growth. You are choosing growth that lasts. You have also been redefining connection. Connection is no longer about intensity alone. It is about reliability. About presence. About mutual respect. You are drawn to consistency. Consistency calms your nervous system. Calm allows intimacy. Intimacy deepens trust. Trust strengthens bonds. These dynamics are clearer to you now. You will recognize them when they appear. You will feel less confusion. Less ambiguity. Less need to analyze. Analysis decreases when truth is simple. Truth often feels simple. You are learning to recognize that simplicity. You may notice that your inner dialogue has softened. You speak to yourself with more compassion. You allow mistakes without self-attack. This internal kindness matters. It creates a supportive environment for growth. Growth thrives where there is safety. Safety does not mean avoidance. It means confidence in your capacity to respond. You are confident now in a quieter way. Quiet confidence is grounded. Grounded confidence does not need validation. It rests in self-trust. Self-trust develops through consistency with your values. You have been consistent. Even when it was inconvenient. Even when it was misunderstood. This consistency anchors you. Anchors keep you steady in changing conditions. Conditions will change. They always do. Your steadiness will carry you through. You may wonder how long this preparation continues. Preparation evolves as readiness increases. Readiness is not impatience. It is clarity. Clarity grows as noise fades. Noise fades when attention is intentional. You are practicing intentional attention. You choose where to place it. You choose what to engage. This choice is powerful. Power does not need to be forceful. It can be gentle. Gentle power sustains influence. Influence shapes outcomes. You are shaping outcomes from the inside out. This approach may not be immediately visible to others. It does not need to be. What matters is how it feels to you. It feels steadier, more honest, more aligned. That feeling is your compass. Follow it. You are allowed to move forward without rushing. You are allowed to pause without guilt. You are allowed to change direction when clarity shifts. Flexibility supports resilience. Resilience supports continuity. You are resilient without being rigid. This balance is rare. It is valuable. It will serve you well. You are also learning to receive support. Support does not diminish independence. It enhances capacity. Capacity allows you to do what matters without depletion. You are opening to support naturally. Without forcing. Without dependence. This openness strengthens connection. Connection feels safer when it is balanced. You are building balance. Balance stabilizes progress. Progress becomes sustainable. Sustainability ensures longevity. You are thinking long-term now. Even if you do not label it as such. Your choices reflect it. They favor health, integrity, peace. These values will guide you reliably. You will notice fewer extremes, fewer swings, more continuity. Continuity builds trust. Trust allows movement. Movement becomes meaningful. You are moving toward what fits. Fit feels like ease. Ease does not remove challenge. It places challenge within capacity. You are capable. You know this now. Not as a belief you repeat. As a felt sense. A grounded knowing. Let this knowing remain with you. Let it anchor you. Stay present a little longer, my beloved child. This steadiness is not temporary. It is forming the path ahead. My beloved child. Remain with this calm a little longer. Let it finish its work within you. I am Archangel Michael. I stay with you as this message comes to rest. Not to end anything, but to settle what has been forming. You have reached a point where your inner world feels more coherent, more aligned, less scattered. You may not have noticed the moment it changed. These shifts rarely announce themselves. They accumulate quietly. Through consistent choices. Through patience. Through self-respect. You chose to listen when silence appeared. You chose to pause when urgency tried to take over. You chose to trust your body when your mind wanted certainty. These choices refined you. They refined your direction. You are no longer pulled as easily by noise. You are less reactive. Less compelled to prove. More inclined to protect what feels true. This inclination is wisdom. Wisdom simplifies life. It does not complicate it. You are learning to let simplicity guide you. Simplicity creates space. Space allows clarity. Clarity supports movement that is sustainable. You are preparing for a phase of your life that requires steadiness. Not haste. Not intensity. Steadiness. You have been cultivating it without forcing. Even now, as you stay present, as you allow this message to land fully, you are practicing the very quality that will support what comes next. You may notice a sense of completion forming. Not because everything is finished, but because something important has integrated. Integration feels like relief. Like exhaling without realizing you were holding your breath. You have been holding your breath in subtle ways. Bracing for outcomes. Anticipating reactions. Carrying responsibility beyond what was necessary. You are releasing that now. Release does not mean letting go of care. It means letting go of tension. Tension clouds perception. Calm sharpens it. You are seeing more clearly. You are also trusting yourself more. Trust is not blind. It is earned through consistency with your values. You have been consistent. Even when it was inconvenient. Even when it required restraint. This consistency anchors you. Anchors allow movement without drift. You will move forward without losing yourself. That is important. Many people move forward and leave themselves behind. You will not. You have learned how to carry yourself with you. You may feel a gentle readiness now. Not urgency. Readiness. Readiness feels steady. It does not demand immediate action. It simply knows that when the moment arrives, you will respond with clarity. You will not panic. You will not rush. You will recognize alignment by how it feels in your body. Ease. Relief. A quiet yes. You are also learning to accept that not everything needs your involvement. Discernment allows you to choose where to invest your energy. Energy invested wisely multiplies. Energy scattered dissipates. You are conserving energy now. This conservation is purposeful. It supports focus. Focus supports meaningful effort. Meaningful effort yields results that last. You are thinking in longer arcs now. Even if you do not consciously plan far ahead. Your inner orientation has shifted. It favors sustainability, integrity, balance. These qualities will guide your decisions reliably. You will notice fewer regrets, fewer second guesses, more confidence in your choices. Confidence does not shout. It settles. You feel it as steadiness, as calm conviction, as the ability to stand by your decisions without needing constant reassurance. You have been building this capacity. Quietly. Patiently. You may reflect on earlier versions of yourself. The one who overextended. The one who explained too much. The one who rushed to keep pace. Offer that version compassion. It did what it knew how to do. You do not need to carry those patterns forward. You have learned new ways. Gentler ways. Truer ways. These ways will shape your future experiences. They will shape the quality of your connections. The way opportunities approach you. The way you respond to challenge. Challenges will still appear. They always do. But you will meet them differently. With composure. With perspective. With trust in your capacity to respond. You are resilient without being rigid. This balance is rare. It allows growth without burnout. Expansion without collapse. You are ready for this balance. You have earned it through awareness. Through restraint. Through self-honoring choices. As this message completes, let it affirm something simple. You are not missing anything meant for you. You are not late. You are not off course. You are aligning with what fits. Fit feels natural. It does not require strain. It does not require self-betrayal. It invites you as you are. You will recognize it by how little effort it takes to be yourself. You will feel supported rather than tested. Understood rather than pressured. This recognition will guide you clearly. Until then, continue honoring your pace. Continue listening to your body. Continue choosing what steadies you. These choices are not pauses. They are progress. They are the ground beneath your next step. Stay with this knowing, my beloved child. Let it settle fully. The path ahead is forming in response to who you are now. And who you are now is ready.